I'm going to briefly speak about the situation at Man United, the biggest club in England, historically speaking, but at the moment they're not acting like it. Ten Hag isn't having a good time at the moment, and this is second season in charge, but things haven't gone his way, and there's just so many issues that are affecting Man United in a bad way. And in the meantime, down the road, you got Man City, acting like a big club, being the better team, being the greater team, and United are just in chaos at the moment. Firstly, was the situation, the controversy with Sancho, Jadon Sancho. I believe it was after the Arsenal game, where Ten Hag made it clear that Jadon Sancho wasn't achieving the requirement of high standards in training, and Sancho responded on Twitter, pretty much disputing claims that Ten Hag made in regards to his training efforts or training in general. And so this clearly is an issue of player power once again. And in this day and age, players have more influence and more power in terms of just in terms of gaining sympathy of the fans, as well as getting managers fired. That's the case in the modern era, where a lot of times the coaches will get fired if a team doesn't perform well. And so United haven't been performing well as of late. They've won some games here and there, but they've generally not been playing well. And Sancho, you could say, has been a flop so far in his career. He's been there since 2021, I believe, and he just hasn't delivered. Hasn't delivered the expected results, considering how much he was paid for by United, and it's just not good. It's just not good. And clearly, there isn't much defence you can have for Jadon Sancho, because he hasn't shown up. He hasn't produced quality that was expected of him. The quality that he was showing back in Dortmund in Germany. And there's always been some disciplinary issues with him. Whether it is turning up late to training, there's always been an issue there. And so now, this doesn't help his career at all. And from what I understand, from last season he was given 3 months off by Ten Hag, something to do with mental issues. So and I think from the outside looking in, Ten Hag has done his best to defend Sancho and to kind of give him his protection. But clearly, it's gotten to a point where Ten Hag felt that he needed to be honest or say his opinion as to why he didn't pick Sancho for the bench or for the starting 11. And right now, loggerheads, this certainly wouldn't happen under Guardiola, Ferguson, Wenger to a degree. This wouldn't happen under many managers who pretty much rule the dressing room with an iron fist, especially so Alex Ferguson, the greatest Premier League manager of all time in Man United's history. So, with that being said, a lot of things aren't going well for Ten Hag. He's under siege, and also you have another issue where a player who keeps on picking in the team despite his underperformance, despite his underwhelming performances, Anthony, the Brazilian Anthony, that he bought from Ajax, his previous club that he managed. He's been charged with allegations of domestic abuse against his ex-girlfriend, ex-fiancée, I believe. There's been domestic abuse allegations against him, and it seems as if United have been covering it up. So that's just another kind of worms that is just causing Man United to be in utter chaos. And other news is that apparently the value of United has gone down drastically in the financial market, and that's clearly the news that United fans were hoping for, considering that throughout the summer there were talks of the Glazers selling United. There were talks of a change in ownership, that the Qataris were going to come in and buy United and save them from the Glazers. But no, it doesn't look like that's happening at all. It doesn't look like it's happening at all. And many rival fans will laugh at United, because the fans over the years have been so cocky, been so arrogant, and it's now time for them to be the dinosaurs. Those empires that you read in books about how powerful they used to be, but then they've fallen. That's what's looking like in this case. The Empire of United has fallen, because right now Manchester is sky blue. Manchester is blue, sky blue for Man City, quite frankly, and it's going to stay that way for a long time. It looks like, because Guardiola's not going anywhere, and even if he does, the team of Man City are so good at identifying the profile talent when it comes to coaching and when it comes to buying players. So right now Manchester is blue, sky blue, and it's going to stay that way for a long time, I believe. And so things are not looking good. Right now United are in the mud. They are deep in the mud. Ten Hag's in the mud. I'm sure, is he regretting taking the job of being the Man United manager? I don't really know, but I'm pretty sure he didn't have this crisis in mind when he became the manager of United, having to buy or having to have players like Maguire still in the team, still in the squad. He should have been sold. Having to buy Johnny Evans, who played for United a decade ago. Now, personally, it's his fault. Mason Mount has been a really underwhelming player, and he bought him, man. So a lot of United fans were happy about that. And Anthony, he's just been underwhelming. He's been awful. Someone said that online that he said that he might as well be like a football freestyler on the street, because he just looks like one with his hairstyle. And so and of course the abuse allegations doesn't help it either. So Ten Hag is under siege, and he's under a massive amounts of pressure, because now standards are expected to be improvement is demanded, quite frankly. Improvement is demanded, and if he doesn't do that, he's not going to be in the job long, quite frankly. So all the best to him. He needs to figure it out what to do, and we'll see what happens. Take care. God bless. This is what's left to say.